Good morning, Michael. And, this winter pledge drive is urgent in a way that, maybe you haven't heard us sound in previous pledge drives. We're also making it really specific. We are aiming for 5,000 listeners to join WNYC as sustaining members. That is the best way to support WNYC because it is a reliable source of income. It means that we can plan ahead and that when the news changes, as it often does, we can adjust those plans accordingly. Your support is the largest source of our funding. It is what we count on to do our jobs and to provide the programming that you listen to each and every day, whether it's Morning Edition, the BBC, which is coming up, the Brian Lehrer Show. We got a little teaser from Brian there just a moment ago. We need your support. And when you join as a sustaining member, we're going to send you a little something so you can show the world that you support WNYC. It's the Public Radio Nerd bumper sticker. Slap it on the back of your car, put it on your bike basket, maybe on your laptop. Go crazy and put it on your refrigerator. Don't do it without the permission of whoever's in charge of the kitchen. But I'm saying there's a lot of ways you can show your support for WNYC. Do it now at our website, WNYC.org, or call 888-376-9692.
That's 888-376-9692, or go to WNYC.org. Click that donate button at the top of the page. When you make a donation to WNYC right now, you could win a one-of-a-kind New York experience, an insider's tour of the observation decks at the top of the Empire State Building. One lucky winner and 3 friends, all the way to the top there to the 102nd floor. The most stunning views of the city await you on the day of your choice. Do it now, 888-376-9692.
Public media is facing serious threats. We are asking you at this time to step up and show your support. Things can feel uncertain and tumultuous, but this is a concrete step you can take to support the foundation of public media and WNYC. Join as a sustaining member now at our website, WNYC.org. And thank you so, so much if you've already done it.
Costco leans in to DEI.
Marketplace Morning Report is supported by Schwab. Schwab offers investors choices like full-service wealth management, self-directed investing options, and trading on Thinkorswim. More at schwab.com.
From Marketplace, I'm Sabri Benishore, in for David Brancaccio. Later today, after the stock market closes, Costco, that's the warehouse membership club, is going to release its latest quarterly earnings. While some retailers and grocery store chains have backed away from commitments related to diversity, equity, and inclusion, Costco has very publicly dug in. Some consumers and groups have promised to spend more at the big box store because of it. But will that actually show up on the bottom line? Marketplace's Kimberly Adams reports.
When it comes to shifts in consumer spending, particularly at specific retailers, it can be hard to parse exactly what's behind it. Katie Thomas leads the Carney Consumer Institute.
I think we'll see that some consumers have shifted more purchases to Costco because they are in favor of the DEI announcements.
But at the same time, and for the same reason, some consumers have shifted their shopping dollars away from Costco. So, says Ivan Feinseth, Director of Research at Tigris Financial Partners.
I don't think you'll see an effect. I think guidance may be more impacted by the potential tariffs.
But over time, says Deirdre Popovich, who teaches marketing at Texas Tech University,
I do think that we will be able to see indicators for corporate success in the next few months.
And that will tell us just how consumers are voting with their wallets when it comes to companies and their DEI commitments. In Washington, I'm Kimberly Adams for Marketplace.
Los Angeles County is suing electric company Southern California Edison, saying its equipment was the cause of the deadly Eaton fire that swept through the Altadena neighborhood in January. That fire killed 17 people and burned down more than 9,000 buildings. In a major geopolitical shift, Europe is going to be spending a lot more on defense. European leaders are meeting in Brussels today for emergency talks on spending and the war in Ukraine. That is after the Trump administration announced this week the U.S. will pause military aid to Ukraine. Marketplace's Henry Epp reports.
Germany could soon ramp up its military spending after the country's likely next chancellor announced a plan this week that would exempt defense from Germany's strict fiscal policies. The incoming government also proposed the equivalent of a $540 billion package aimed at boosting the country's transportation, energy, and digital infrastructure. It would be a significant break from tradition for Germany, which has historically kept tight limits on government debt. That news pushed European stock markets higher this week. Bond yields in Germany rose on the expectation that more spending means the government will issue more debt, sending bond prices lower. Meanwhile, the European Union has made moves to allow other countries in the bloc to increase military budgets as well without incurring penalties. Along with a planned loan package from the EU, the moves could push more than $800 billion into defense over the next 4 years, according to Bloomberg. All this comes as the Trump administration has walked back from military support of Ukraine. That aid had bipartisan support under the Biden administration, and it's been key to Ukraine's efforts to push back on Russia's invasion of the country, which began just over 3 years ago. I'm Henry App for Marketplace.
All right, let's do the numbers. Dow futures down 0.9%. S&P futures down 1.2%. NASDAQ futures down 1.6%. The yield on the 10-year Treasury is 4.296%. After President Trump imposed 25% tariffs on Canada and Mexico, now Canadian provinces are jumping into the fight. They've started to take U.S. liquor off their shelves. Brown-Forman stock, that's the folks who make Jack Daniels, stock is down 2.4% in pre-market trading.
Marketplace Morning Report is supported by The Economist, devoted to providing independent journalism that makes sense of the news shaping the world. More at economist.com or with The Economist app, newsletters, and podcasts.
Tomorrow morning, the Labor Department releases the February jobs report. It is a tally of all the...
Okay, so during this fundraiser...